Hello and welcome to the episode of Project Management Podcast from the Blue Ocean, a leading educational provider across the globe. And I am your PMP certified guide explaining you the concept of project management profession. This is the introductory episode to the broadcast, and I would start by thanking you for showing confidence in our training material similar to other PMP aspirants across the globe. Our training material is prepared and reviewed by PMP experts, ensuring that you get quality material from us to ensure that you pass your exam in your first attempt. I give you our assurance that you will get best training material, guidance and support for your PMP exam. Get in touch with us and we will always listen and help you so that you focus on the training contents and we deliver the best to you. Before I start explaining you about PMP exam, let me tell briefly about myself. I have worked as project manager for various CMMI companies, managing projects for clients in US, Europe and Japan. I started training my colleagues in project management concepts few years back, and then I started releasing these podcasts to help my fellow colleagues across the globe to pass the exam in their first attempt. So you see, our organization lays a lot of emphasis on passing the exam in first attempt. Our organization ensures to see those three letters PMP behind your name in your first exam attempt. In this podcast, the Blue Ocean will demystify the eligibility criteria for appearing for the PMP examination. This could be quite surprising for many of you that to appear for the exam, one must have some project management experience and formal training in project management. Before you go ahead and start filing for your PMP examination, this information should help you to know what kind of project management experience is needed so that you document right experience in your PMP application form. Remember, you should have experience in all 5 process groups as identified by PMI. So hold tight and listen to this carefully, as you do not want that your application is rejected from PMI because you do not possess minimum eligibility criteria. After all, you would be preparing hard for passing the exam. So let us begin with understanding the educational requirements. This can be divided into 3 years course or 4 years course. A 3-year course could be your local diploma course or any global equivalent course. A 4-year course could be a bachelor degree in your country. This 3 years or 4 years course should be after you acquire your 12 years of school education. If you have 3 years of educational qualification, you should have minimum 60 months of unique non-overlapping experience in project management. In these 60 months, you should have 7,500 hours towards project management activities. For a 4 years degree course, this requirement comes down to around 36 months and minimum 4,500 hours of project management experience. It can be very confusing for some people to understand unique non-overlapping project experience. Here's the explanation. Most of the times, a project manager is involved into multiple projects at the same duration. From PMI perspective, your project experience should not overlap. In your application form, you need to specify the time period of these projects separately. So for example, Tom is asked to manage a construction project for the complete year, and then for last 2 months of the year he is working for an electrical setup project. So in his PMI application for PMP, the total project management experience would be still 1 year and not 1 year 2 months. Got it? If this still sounds confusing, you can listen to our other podcast which is dedicated to only filing the application form. So the requirement of 60 months or 36 months should be non-overlapping in years. However, when you are filing the actual start date and end dates in the form for these projects, it will be 1 year for first project and 2 months for the electrical project. Another important aspect to understand is the kind of project management experience that is required for the PMP examination. PMP examination specifications suggest that you should have experience in all 5 process groups right from initiation to closing of the project. In case you do not have experience in any of these, it is advisable that you take that experience before filing for the PMP application. Most of the project managers that we come across lack experience in project closing, as this is handled by some other department in their company. In such cases, you can approach your managers to provide you direct experience for such activities. Then you should have a team to manage the project, and there should be interaction with other support departments like human resource department. You also should be involved in client management activities, which is basically under stakeholder process as per PMP examination. Also, you should be able to assign tasks directly to your project team and should have direct control on your subordinates. The third eligibility requirement from PMI is that you should have 35 contact hours of project management education. This means that as a manager, you should have undergone a formal training for 35 hours on the PMP examination content, which is the contents mentioned in PMBOK guide. Don't worry about it, as the Blue Ocean has enough material and course content that will provide you with these 35 contact hours. Not only this, the Blue Ocean also provide you with one or more full-length simulation exam for you to get a feel of the 4-hour actual PMP exam. These 35 hours can be provided by your organization, by an PMI accredited training organization, or even by your college. The essence is that the training should be around the PMBOK guide course contents, and that you need to spend 35 hours for studying the course contents. The Blue Ocean courses are equipped to provide you with the necessary 35 hours of course contents. I would say that you have made the right choice by choosing the Blue Ocean to guide you through your journey for PMP examination. Once you pass your exam, we will provide you with the certification mentioning that you have 35 hours of project management education requirement. Lastly, all above experience and your PMP 35 hours of contact education should be within the last 8 years of your PMP examination application filing date. So take a pen and paper and note down your last 8 years of project experience. With all that information, now your next step should be to visit the Blue Ocean website and refer to the free preparation material available and the paid training course material. We also have exam discussion forums which are reserved for our paid customers, where you can post your questions about the PMP exam and we ensure to answer your queries. So do make complete use of the exam forum to answer any questions related to the PMP exam. Once you purchase any of the Blue Ocean packages, you will receive a username and password to log into a learning website. And then I am always available around you. Consider me as your companion in your journey to pass the PMP exam. So, prepare actively for PMP using our training material and support available. Remember, we ensure that you pass the exam in your first attempt. Until then, best of luck, my fellow colleagues.